the engines!
There's a theory which suggests that we bury our most powerful emotions deep within our dreams. That's the territory I would like to explore. Before I start, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to nod your head for yes and shake your head for no, all right? Very good. Now, I'm going to plant a few thoughts in your subconscious, but it's nothing to get nervous about. Just a way to improve your sleep quality, so the treatment will be more effective. This is an incense from Sumeru that soothes the mind. The fragrance is said to be the scent of dreams. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the scent. The next step requires some visual preparation, so don't open your eyes until I say so. Oh, where did it go? I need to have a stern talk with Murasaki. How hard is it to just put things back where they came from? This needs another dab here. That's better. I said no peeping. I'm still not ready yet. Hey, don't run off now, darlings. Come here. For goodness sake, your butt's showing. All right. Shh. I can see that you don't like being kept waiting. Go on, open your eyes. Everything's ready. Take a good look at this painting. There are some very special little darlings hidden within it, and I'd like you to find them. Do you see her? Isn't she just adorable? Now you just need to find the others. She's a Baku as well. Whenever someone starts dozing off, she's there waiting for their dream to begin. Your journey into Dreamland began as you were looking for them. Feeling sleepy? Now I want you to take my hand. Very good. Now close your eyes again for me. I want you to completely relax and focus your attention on the feeling of my palm touching yours. Notice how all other sensations in your body are slowly fading away. Now, imagine you're not holding my hand, but your favorite things in all of the world. You run your hand through the sakura blossoms, gently falling through the air, then through a squirrel's fur. Then you grab a fistful of sand on the beach. You are once again in the wilderness, running with the wind at your back. But slowly, your palm loses sensation. You lose your way and find yourself surrounded by darkness. You can't see anything, but you hear someone calling you. And now, a light is shining from the same direction as their voice. Traveler, come over here. Longing caused by separation. It tastes so bitter. Please don't stop moving. Despair caused by failure. Icy cold on the lips. Please, keep going. Regret caused by missed opportunity. A sharp aftertaste. Please don't look back. Go to where the sakura petals fall. Go to where the squirrels play. Go to where you can hear the sound of the waves. That is where I am. Holding my hand tight, those lost sensations come back to you. The feeling of running your hand through falling sakura blossoms, or through a squirrel's fur, or of grabbing a fistful of sand on the beach. And as you return from the wilderness, you gradually recover your other senses as well. We've reached the end of today's session. Don't get up yet, though. You were just in a very deep sleep, so you're probably still feeling a little groggy. I've switched to a different incense that'll help get rid of your drowsiness.
How you getting along, Traveler?
How are you feeling after your session, Paimon?
Kinda fresher and more relaxed. It feels cozy somehow.
Good. That's exactly how you should feel after having a nightmare eaten. It sounds like the session was quite effective.
Oh, for sure. Paimon especially liked how she used the sense of taste to help guide the process. But Paimon was asleep for most of it, so she's not really sure how it all works. Did the Yumikui Baku just, sneak into your brain and gulp down your bad dreams in one go?
It's quite a bit more complicated than that. It deals with people's most visceral emotions, which have to be handled with the utmost care and attention.
That sounds super mysterious.
Sorry, that probably made no sense at all. Anyway, don't worry about the details. For your purposes, Paimon, just think of it as Xion gulped your dreams away. How are you feeling, Traveler? Really? I still think there's more work to be done.
What do you mean?
You have quite a reputation for resilience and positivity, so I expected to find very few negative emotions in you at all. But when I was deep in your subconscious earlier, the sheer weight of the emotions hidden there was overwhelming. Yes, you certainly do. But that's not what concerns me the most. Despite all your negative emotions, I couldn't find a single bad dream. So I just gave your mood a boost for now.
Huh. Well, maybe he's just an eternal optimist at heart.
Optimist or not, everyone has bad dreams. Maybe they're just hidden even deeper in your mind. You're a unique case, as I suspected.
But he said he feels cozy, just like Paimon. So whatever you did, the treatment worked.
True, but as a clinician, I would have hoped to reach a better understanding of my patient. Fine by me, as long as you can put up with a daily nap while holding my hand. Anyway, all jokes aside, it's time for you to try out the hot springs. Your mind has had the chance to de-stress. Now it's time to do the same for your body.
Oh, that sounds good. Paimon's feeling relaxed already. You know, this place provides a really great service. It's such a shame that you can't find more customers.
Don't start worrying about our bottom line again, or my work so far will count for nothing. Look, as long as we keep providing a great customer experience, we're sure to attract more business eventually.
If you say so.
I think the travelers recovered from the therapy session now. Let's head to the hot springs.
Most impressive, I must.
Miko, what brings you here?
There you are. I heard a rumor that you were about to be kidnapped. Naturally, I had to come and see it for myself.
She's joking, right?
Miko, it's been a while.
She never mentioned? Interesting. We've known each other since before I became the Guji. I've told her all about you. But it sounds like she's forgotten all about me.
You'll have to forgive me. I just didn't want to scare the traveler off. And hi, I'm Miko's friend seemed like a surefire way to do that.
Oh, I've missed your way with words.
So, Lady Guji, to what do we owe the honor?
Why, I simply came to see the business that my dear friend has invested in. Oh, and also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing. You could always invest in the publishing house, you know. Business is always booming. You only need to ask.
Sounds serious. But what's wrong? Are the shares really gonna plummet to nothing?
Well, hasn't she told you? Of course. She's your therapist. She has the perfect excuse to never open up. The Isa bathhouse used to be very popular, although not because of the hot springs, despite the name. Their main selling point has always been the psychotherapy services offered by the Baku. But recently, a competitor cropped up. His name is Emura Ichigensai. He operates right here on Narukami Island, and his methods are said to be quite revolutionary. Since he provides a similar service to the bathhouse and boasts even better results, He was able to poach their entire clientele in just a matter of days. Oh, it's such a pity to see how empty this place is now.
Miko, my job is to relieve my clients of their burdens, not to share mine with them.
Oh, of course you'd say that. You're a professional. But no amount of professionalism is going to fix this situation, is it? I heard people have been lining up since the early morning for Amara Ichigensai's clinic today. He's seeing patients just west of Inazuma City. And, how many patients have you seen today?
Surely you know I'm not going to quit.
True. Very true.
So, that's it? You're just gonna leave?
Oh, I'd love to help, little one. But I don't want to upset my old friend.
Miko's acting all mysterious.
I understand why she doesn't want to help. The two of us are technically competitors, after all.
Huh?
Light novels are one way for people to pursue happiness in their free time. So are hot springs, and so is therapy. Miko and I disagreed quite significantly over the question of how to make people happy.
Paimon is so confused by your friendship. Paimon's curious, though. After today, it's hard to believe that anyone could offer a better therapy service than the Yume. Who is this
Something of a mystery. I tried to look into his background when he first started poaching my customers, but I couldn't find anything. I suspect he's avoiding me on purpose, since I'm a competitor. In all this time, I haven't even figured out basic things like where he sees his patients.
Well, we at least know where he is today, though, right? Miko happened to mention it in passing.
That's true. But I'm sure he'll find a way to avoid me again if I go looking for him.
Then why don't we go instead? We can pose as potential customers to get information out of him.
As I keep reminding you, this is my problem, not yours.
Exactly. You provide an amazing service here, and we want all our friends to experience it as well.
Huh. Well, now it just seems rude if I reject your help. In return, all I can offer is an even better service on your next visit.
Sure thing! Just leave this to us!
Try and stop me!
This should be the place. That guy looks official. Let's go ask him. Hi there. We're looking for Amara Ichigensai. Are we in the right...
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
97. What number are you up to?
53. Be patient, I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh? Hey, good idea! Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling too.
Yep. Fellow clients of Amura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Isa Bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Emura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, it's happy thoughts only. Today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, Isa Bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause, meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Exactly. Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from Emura Ichigensai? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys. Fine.
No, you don't need to do anything. Just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. But I can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole and free of distressing thoughts. Now, receive my guidance.
I don't actually remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he said disappeared from my mind and took my problems along with it. Oh, so rude. Your counseling session will change your mind. In more ways than one.
We're only being...
That's a fair point. You just need some reassurance, right? In that case.
Go on.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Imura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, he had a terrible temper. Pretty much everyone in the neighborhood had issues with him. But he must have had some sort of epiphany, because he did a complete 180. Went from having the most rotten temper you can imagine to one of the most cheerful people around. Even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Imura Ichigensai, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
What should we do now? We may have burned our bridges with these two. still a lot of people ahead of us, though. Why don't you take a rest while
Go of your pain. Let go of your pain. Who are you?
Traveler, it's almost time! That was a long... Alright, now... Oh, hello!
Yeah, sorry.
What?
Because Emura Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy, that's why. Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier next time. Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers with peace and solitude.
Drat! We should have barged in. Yeah.
Rev the engines! Hey, not a bad haul.
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
Yep! At least that...
How is that possible?
Is that right?
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race. Always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
You think? Because honestly, they sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the ice...
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. Imura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person. I need some idea of the kind of person he is.
Yeah, it's...
Imura Ichigensai. Rotten temper. Now wait just... Filing patient records is normally the most tedious job in the world. But once in a while, something mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take
It's him.
Wait, what is it?
where to start. Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. That's pretty much Imura Shuya. His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest, if he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he...
Oh yeah. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Yae Publishing House, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors. Naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Yae Publishing House to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz!
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Sure, his personality was very abrasive. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've faced a lot of rejection in the past and haven't achieved much in your life. You've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. This puts you and your ego in the center of your world. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people. But both of these are lacking in your life. You have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong. I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Yae Publishing House practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry. How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
In the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them, too.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening to.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking about.
Wow. How the heck did you get him to stay for treatment after dropping off?
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with. He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of interaction: argumentation. The Tenryou Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotional outbursts. Eventually, with the help of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try some basic therapy. Finally, I was able to tweak his mood and stabilize his condition. It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately,
It was all my
For the last time, it was his fault for being a...
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here. So I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that obviously if she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Imura Ichigensai are the same person? Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
bad dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can't simply trick people into not having them anymore. If Murasaki was right, then surely they'd have seen his lies for what they are by now.
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy to the Tenryou Commission for fraudulent business practices. If he can complain, so can we.
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy session.
Hello! Please come with me. I'll get you
Wait, those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this morning, they were calling the bathhouse a scam and a ripoff.
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied, so chin up, Mizuki. I bet you
Yeah, you Yume Kuibaka.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion, please.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested, it looks like the Isa bathhouse will be back.
Of course it did. You were a huge... Now then.
Oh, true. Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package. Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's... Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki...
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to disappear for a while around this time every evening. It's the one part of the day where she gets to relax herself. As for where she goes and what she does during that time...
She takes the evenings to relax, huh? She probably tells people she's relaxing, but actually she's digesting the bad dreams. Oh, remember the place from last...
Full throttle! Try and stop me! Full throttle!
This should be the place. What? Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Well?
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer. Don't worry. This isn't a
Aw, what's up?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was like I said, bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions. So when I'm processing these emotions, I tend to get quite, well, emotional.
Does that happen to all Yumikui Baku?
Oh, don't worry about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor. I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible. Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff. Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try? You really are different from other people. Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you. Thanks for checking in on me. As a psychologist, I know how to take care of myself. But you showing that you care, anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep, have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
All right, good night.
Bye for now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow, make sure to come see me early.
Rev the engines!
Naganohara's fireworks are the best in Izu!
Full throttle!
Hip.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Mizuki, we're here. Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Ooh, it's
Huh? How come?
I doubt it. We only...
Paimon blames the other two.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude. Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help.
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Let's see. They did say they were gonna...
Lead the way. I'm coming.
Rev the engines!
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well.
Yeah, I messed up today too.
Hey, you two! Murasaki and...
Whoa. So
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but...
Allow me. Gentlemen.
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any...
No, why would I? What in this world could be so bad that...
Nope, nothing comes to mind.
What is going on? It's like they've completely forgotten what they did last... Although, Paimon can believe what they're saying. They don't...
No, they're clearly not in their right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second.
Whoa! What...
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No! No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukira seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work. As for Umihiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood. Their negative emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion. If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions. That would explain why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Not really. You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh, no. Look, we have...
Mizuki?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible...
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder.
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when...
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush.
Oh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, only you don't want to talk about it. Because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently... Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown.
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
Emura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming to...
Yeah, apparently, yesterday's session kind...
Is he trying to hide from me?
They really don't know anything?
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No. We did ask yesterday, but...
In that case... Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment. Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to work, so we're not going to quit until all this is resolved. And the back...
Looks like I have... Still, I'm gonna need your full The last thing I want is for you to...
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down in our time.
Paimon.
All right, sure. We'll keep our distance and send a message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can... 'Cause, in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything. Wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on. There's no time to lose! To the Grand Narukami Shrine! She's usually somewhere.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sort. You may remember I dropped a not-so-subtle hint as to his whereabouts yesterday. You mean to tell me you
Aha! So you did bring him up,
Let's not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining...
Yeah, fair enough. We went to the place. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching Amara each...
Wait, what?
You know him?
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Until he showed up. Are you telling me that Emera the Hellraiser and Emera the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far,
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really?
This was the delivery address he gave to the Yai Publishing House once, when he placed an order for several dozen books in one go. He also... The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just glad I could help my old friend.
You mean Mizuki?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some concern when I see a friend's business in trouble.
Really? 'Cause yesterday it looked more...
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitive. She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Isa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while. Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Mizuki!
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant I was free to head out again as soon as I received your message. So...
Sure hope so, 'cause this is our only lead. Wait.
Then that confirms it. We've come... So from here on out, stay...
We'll be...
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
Chivalry will never die.
Whoa. This is creep.
Calm, yet repressed.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions.
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Sweet dreams!
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you've brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Emira Chuya.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions, but I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past, and the name along with it.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
What is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition, but I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me. I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I've acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew, despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumeko Ibaku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is essential. You can't have a healthy human psyche without negative emotion. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear. The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid you've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
Phew. How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There, they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a night.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just...
Something's appeared.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery. Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
So it is you.
What is...
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazu. We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew, but it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kurayume, and I am the last of my kind.
Kurayume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
Likewise, Yumezuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans, but now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to...
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
What's happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the paths?
He's repressing his emotions even harder. Time to relax. Turn that frown upside down.
I used my powers to cushion our fall.
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere.
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true... He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open. And that's by finding a way to eat this night...
Eat this nightmare?
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's...
Oh, Paimon knows that! It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion. And this nightmare...
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so...
That's what happens if you leave your negative... There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to...
Wait, but what is our destiny?
Where the light is.
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand!
Ugh. The atmosphere here is...
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash!
Aw. Or...
We shouldn't stay here. Let's keep...
Ha ha! I won! Another... That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to invite him? Let's keep playing. Ignore him.
Wow.
Nope. Not here either.
What is this?
It's his sorrow. Yes, human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to create such a powerful nightmare. If we want to restore balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk about eating.
Well done, Paimon.
Aw.
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. For that, I need a... Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow. You'll feel better after a good cry.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Mizuki!
It's all right. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
Are you ready to come out? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen.
All right. There goes that nightmare.
Amazing!
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional...
Ah! He's back!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing!
What is this place?
I can't believe it.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Mizuki,
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down.
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares.
Sweet dreams?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
Sweet dreams!
Rain outlines your fate.
Lolene, eat Papa! Strike a pose!
Turn that frown upside down.
Cast your worries to the wind!
Chasing Tanuki through the woods, and climbing trees to hunt for Onikabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness.
Time to relax.
Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face him head on. The core should be just up ahead.
Why? Are these sweet dreams not...
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time.
No problem!
Sweet dreams! Time to relax. Return to the skies!
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my domain. Your bride.
Not yet, it isn't! Sweet dreams! Yachan, Taechan, let's go! Now, use the power of the good dreams!
I think you will find it to be quite ineffective against the powers when I pass.
Time to relax.
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for all the while these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my... When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, when they lose their ability to survive, that is how my kin died out. But I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter how dire the situation in their subconscious gets. This is the path to a revival.
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone from one extreme to...
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor. But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of the human psyche is of precisely zero interest to me. Now here's a question well worth thinking about. If we allowed the humans themselves to decide, which of us would they really choose? You or me? Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger, but we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumekibaku there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a... Traveler! These feelings. So that's how they should taste. Longing, caused by separation. So bitter, and yet the experience led to a whole new journey for you. If you keep pressing on, maybe even more precious memories await. Despair, caused by failure. Icy cold, and yet in conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning. Regret, caused by missed opportunity. A harsh aftertaste. And yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we have. And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting, long before you ever met me. You'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Take this! Halloween Thunder!
It's you!
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Here! Take this! Halloween Thunder! Here! Lightning Slash! Thunderclap! Take this!
Impossible! With just one person's dream? But how? I have been planning this for so long!
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it.
You shall join my ancestors in death! You and my failure of a host!
What? He's still not dead?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him, he decided to sacrifice his host.
So you mean we're in danger in the real world?
We've got to wake up.
But how?
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon, jump.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes. Yes, just like the last time. Hold on tight. The Yomeku Ibaku are getting to work. It's finally over. They were very delicious. Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams or bad ones? If only. Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones, and most happy dreams are short and fleeting. They are so rare that it's basically impossible for them to be shared with others. Heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones, which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs. I once believed the only reason we Yumeko Baku existed was to serve as even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts sometimes. Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at it. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, that way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams until there'll be enough to share around. A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't come true. Not even once. So I must thank you, because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable. And knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you, too! Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching the... Oh, and speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we...
It's a little late for that.
Oh.
Still, the night is young. Wanna stay here and watch...
Huh?
Excuse me! Hello! Please come register over here!
What's going on? Why are there so many guests?
Oh, it looks like business is booming!
Morning, you two.
Yes, please, for today.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most...
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion seriously.
Oh, I've missed that way with words.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every dark
morning, little ones? Did you enjoy the scenery last night? Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo Commission. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition. Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might... Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are. There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emira Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not to get personally involved. It was the right...
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko...
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles. But every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please...
Try and stop me!
Huh? Why are all these people gathered around? Let's go take...
How's it looking, Doc? Is there...
Chill, bro. I'm thinking. This dude's Milray, right? What a little champ.
That's right. We'd never normally send such a young Tepetlasaur into battle, but we couldn't stop him. Developed a real knack for sneaking past us and running off to the front line to fight. He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but he ran rings around those abyss. We even awarded...
Poor little guy.
Hey, Kachina, what's going on here?
Traveler, Paimon! A long time no see. So basically, there's this young Tepetlasaur in our tribe called Milray. We're not sure what's wrong with him, but he's been getting weaker. Nyan, who...
When my daughter got lost in the mountains...
To think that he made it through the war, but not...
Steady there, bro. Well, you're that...
Huh? What are you on about?
So this Aoife you...
Hey, yo, everyone! Please chill. For a juvenile saurian, he showed remarkable courage in the war. but he's too young to be using that much flow. Just as a result, he developed a rare pathological change. The initial symptoms might not have been obvious, but he's gone untreated for so long that...
You mean he originally got sick during the war, but the symptoms only just started to...
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time. Didn't want his friends stressed...
Aoife, there must be something you...
Something this rare? Good news is that I read about First up, an herbaceous perennial known as an ocean zephyr. Second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name recorded was Sacred Flame Crystal, but there...
Sacred Flame? When Mualani and I took part in the pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame, we collected loads of contending sparks to... Apparently, they're sparks from the Sacred Flame itself. They...
From the name, I'd say we're looking for a rarer, purer form of sacred...
You sure there's even such a thing? We've been in that land for ages now, but we've never come across anything...
So it would seem.
Huh? For real, Uncle?
It's a coincidence that I've even heard of it. Apparently, the people of Natland knew how to make a special kind of sacred flame crystal way back. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but the other chiefs might know something. I'll go ask them. Thank you, Aoife. Your diagnosis was...
Sure thing, dude.
Great. I'll let you all know...
What up, my dudes? Man, I could tell we're totally on the same wavelength. The name's Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather clan. This here's my assistant, Kakuku. Dude's all about copying what...
We're...
The Traveler in Paimon, yeah? Everyone's heard all about you two. You're absolutely the total package. Brave, wise, and strong. Best hero duo I've ever seen. Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded Saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside you. Yo, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
There was always a long line outside Aoife's clinic back then. Even Kakuku was so busy, he was running around like a headless chicken. Seriously?
True that. More wounded were piling up by the day. Dude, the Abyss is no joke. Sneaky enough to hit us right where it hurts. Lots of docs have dropped at their posts over the last few years. There's some fresh talent rolling in recently. I'm hoping they could step up quick. But vet med's no joke. There's a ton of challenges to overcome before you could be a qualified vet. No matter how hard you hit the books, you're still gonna run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. Like Milray's. So rare it doesn't even have a name. If my old man hadn't forced me to read all kinds of different...
Oh, so you're...
Yeah, totally. Our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. My old man started steering me toward being a vet when I was a kid, schooling me on all kinds of herbs. And man, if I forgot anything, out came the broom. My family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was that kicked off the tradition, though, you know? Back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt. But the reason we got into it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's useful.
Guilt? Sounds pretty strange to Paimon. Usually you only feel guilty when you've done something wrong.
Who knows? After he passed, there wasn't anybody else I could ask. I figure it's because guilt gnaws at anyone practicing medicine. When you fail to fix someone up, I've been there. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time. Heck. Oh, looks like the Chiefs are back. Let's go.
The last time I was here, I remember seeing him happily rolling around with Io.
Well, as the saying goes, illness strikes like a landslide. It's not uncommon. Given that he first fell sick during the war, he's done well to make it.
Hey, little guy.
For one so young to risk life and limb on the field of battle. This too...
Whoa, all 6 tribal chiefs in one place?
It's true that we used to hardly ever meet up like this. The affairs of our own tribes were usually enough to keep us all swamped.
These days, though, group dinners on our days off have practically become the routine, so don't look too surprised.
Group dinners? More like group mooching. You guys always seem to end up at my place. So shameless.
Well, your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard. Anyway, let's...
Aoife, we've been informed about the situation. When Milray and the other Tepetlosaurs have helped transport goods for the Flower Feather clan in the past. We won't just stand by and watch while he suffers.
I just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred flame crystal.
I haven't heard of it either.
It can, indeed. While I've never seen this happen in the flesh, I have read references to it in woven scroll. In ancient Natlan, besides the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, there is said to have been another way to produce sacred flame. It was a combat exercise, held jointly by the 6 tribes, that was even more intense than the pilgrimage. So they occasionally yielded an even purer form of sacred flame.
Sacred flame?
For real? How have I never...
Simple. The Bloomflower trials haven't been held for centuries. Something seems to have happened the last time they were held. But it was so long ago that I don't know the specifics. The more reasonable explanation is this: that people once believed these sacred flame crystals to be vessels of extraordinary power. And in reality, they turned out to be far less miraculous than hoped for. In some rare, very specific circumstances, they proved irreplaceable. But they were not so different from the regular sacred flame in essence. The pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame, making the Bloomflower trials obsolete, and thus they were forgotten.
I get it. So to save Milray, we have to revive the Bloomflower trials and get all 6 tribes to take part.
I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of hassle. All 6 tribes need to take part, sure, but not everyone has to show up. We can keep it voluntary, so warriors who happen to have time can sign up and fight it out of their own accord. Since the war ended, the pilgrimage has become more like a tournament for our warriors to compete in and keep themselves in shape.
We should never drop our guard completely, even in times of peace.
I'm with you on that.
No objections.
I'll go discuss this. I can't speak for everyone else, but I can guarantee that Mualani will be there.
And I guess your vote was a foregone conclusion, eh, Pakal?
Nice!
Thanks, everyone. It really means a lot.
Let's head back to our tribe.
Agreed.
I'll draw up an outline. Let's meet up at the speaker's chamber later.
Oh yeah, and we'll also need some ocean zephyrs to cure Milray. Who'll go gather them while we're organizing the trial?
I've got that covered. I just noticed that some of Milray's friends have shown up.
You mean these Saurians? You're right. There's all...
Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if they'd be down to lend a...
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Must be nice having a Saurian companion who can talk.
Well, if that's everything, how about...
All right. Aoife, let's head back. And bring these Saurians along, too. We've got to teach them how to identify ocean zephyrs.
See ya, little guy. We'll come visit you again soon. Whoa! They sure are quick. Guess they're chiefs for a reason. When they decide on something, it gets done right away. But that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Paimon puts things off, even for just a while, you'll handle them straight away.
Oh, wow. Go away, bro. Even Kakuku's done with this conversation.
I'll go spread the word.
Of course.
In that case, let's head over together. Traveler, Paimon?
See ya! So far, so good. Oh, you're awake. What? You think so? Is he feeling hungry then? Hey, Kakuku. Oh, long gone.
I've read through your proposal, and even if it wasn't for Milray's situation, there'd be many reasons to start holding the Bloomflower trials again. How many warriors have been
Far more than we anticipated.
How warriors...
I'm planning to limit the number of spots for the exhibition matches. Accidents are more likely in tangled melees, so with fewer contestants...
Well, you've cleared... Oh, where will the trials...
The main venue will be near the Stadium of the Sacred Flame, with additional arenas set up around the various...
All right.
In that case, we'll...
Traveler, Paimon.
Huh? Good luck with... what?
Hey, it's been a while, you two. Are you here about the Bloomflower...
Yep, we sure are. Sounds like...
Bloomflower trial.
Guess that means they were last held at least... Whoa.
True, but I've got a good feeling about this. We'll pull it off, rest assured. What makes you ask? I've never heard such a rumor before. And rationally speaking, the rules governing the Oda resurrection have protected Natlan for many long years, and these rules are themselves fueled by the Sacred Flame's power. We've been working with the Sacred Flame all this time, and we've never noticed anything unusual about it. In essence, Sacred Flame crystals are just another form of the Sacred Flame. I can't imagine how they could possibly beguile human hearts. So please, be at ease. And besides, even if they did harbor some kind of evil power, it will not cause any real trouble in the Natlan we now live in. Not if I have anything to say about it. Our main priority right now is to hold the Bloomflower trials so we can collect enough Sacred Flame crystals to heal that little Tepet...
It's so reassuring!
What, for example? It just came to my attention...
Huh? Who could they be?
You'll find out soon enough. Go on now. Don't keep them waiting.
Finally, you're here! Traveler Paimon. So, basically... hold up, what happened to first come, first served? What I'm saying is...
what's going on? What?
So, you know about the Bloomflower trials, right? I mean, we were wondering, have you decided which tribe you'll join?
we're allowed to take...
Given that the trials haven't been held in so long, we're creating a new set of rules for them, separate from the ones for the pilgrimage.
All of the chiefs have agreed, but whether or not you compete or which tribe you support, well, that's completely up to you.
As the hero who saved Natlan, your participation would be a huge morale boost for whoever you choose to join.
Oh, so that's what's going on! No wonder Chief Akatl wished us good luck just now. He must have known this was coming.
And that's all for the chit-chat. I hope you're ready for some serious incentives. How do you like the sound of luxury hot spring vouchers? I'll even throw in a selection of fine gifts from the shop.
Luxury hot springs? Sounds like Paimon...
If you join the Scions of the Canopy, we'll hold a great barbecue in your honor. The finest quality...
And if you join right away, you'll even stand a chance of being taken on as a side...
Yeah, no one wants that.
Neat, you little... Ah!
All-you-can-eat barbecue?
Join up with the Collective of Plenty, and I'll provide a year's worth of training sessions and...
Paimon's not too keen on
All I've got to offer are freshly picked vegetables, but I can guarantee...
Ooh, could
Fancy some flying lessons? Or you could just hitch a ride. I'll take you soaring through the skies myself.
Kind of what Paimon does for a living. But flying around with the Traveler sounds like it could be a lot of fun too.
I can bake so...
Oh, Paimon loves those... Not just because the freebies are tempting, but also because picking one tribe feels like we're betraying all the others. You know what? Paimon's decided to leave this one to you. Paimon's pretty sure that...
Actually, it's not a bad idea. It could work for the exhibition matches at least. There'd be 3 tribes on one side versus 3 on the other for those. So, first half, you're on our side. Second half, on theirs.
Huh. Hadn't thought of that.
What? Really? Huh.
Don't worry, my offer still stands. Enjoying ourselves is the #1
So it's settled then? For the first half of the exhibition match, you'll fight alongside us Scions of the Canopy, People of the Springs, and the Children of Echoes against the other 3 tribes.
Feels just like the old...
All right, it's nearly time. Let's get ready and head over there together.
Coming! Let's ride!
Let's ride!
Keep pushing forward! Teamwork is dream! Stop that! Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Rise with the sun!
Woohoo! Check this out! Best of luck!
Let's ride! Rev the engines!
This place is ours now!
The sky!
Strike a pose!
Let's ride! Let's light it up!
Everybody stand!
I'm unstoppable! Watch this!
Let's ride! Full throttle! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Brace yourself! Teamwork is drift! Oh!
Let's ride! That's the finishing blow!
Come on! Bring it on!
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo! Let's light it up! Why do they never miss? I'm going in!
Let's ride! Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engines!
Strike a pose! Woohoo! Let's shred, Sharky!
Let's ride! Try and stop me!
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Teamwork is trick! Have some fun, shall we?
Faces in danger! Justice o'clock! Full speed ahead! There is no... Shower me with praise! Let the world fly! We should hurry back!
How about this? Fun, shall we?
Take it easy! Justice o'clock!
Rain of bullets!
Headbutt! Kapow! By my spark, the night burns! You'll have to get past me first.
Stabilize! You can.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! It's justice o'clock! Headbutt! Charge! Yeah! Justice o'clock! Yeah! Headbutt! Justice o'clock!
Order tight! Solidify!
Shower me with praise! Let my name echoes! Now you shall perish! Kapow! Hi! Headbutt! Hi! We need to be careful here. Antenna! Bring me the front!
feather, torn to oblivion! Ha! Ha! How about this? Take a seat.
I will have order. Watch this! Stabilize!
Time to shine! Fun, shall we?
Many insects have a compulsion to full throttle!
Coming! Watch out!
Alright, so this is our base. According to the rules, all we have to do is capture 3 of their bases in a row, and we win!
The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, needs only lift a claw, and poof!
Mess up our match, and I'll lock you up till it's all over.
You. We're a real dream team.
We know each other pretty well, so working together should be a breeze. Still, let's not get careless. There are a lot of cliffs nearby, so our vision will be obscured. They could ambush us from the high ground too.
In that case, let's follow the water instead. See that flag over there? That's the... We'll approach swiftly on the water, sweep in and capture the base.
I like the way you think.
I trust your judgment too, Lualani.
All right then. I'll take point. Everyone follow... Woohoo! Here by the water route, just as expected. Classic Huh?
No choice but to face them head on.
I'm ready! All right then. Time for a real showdown.
Come on! Show me your courage!
I've got him cornered!
Brace yourself!
Claim these souls!
Finish this next time.
Hey, no slacking! Give this everything you've got! Not a bad training session. Let's call it a day.
We won!
At this rate, we'll be invincible!
Don't count your Yumkasaurs yet. See that? Up above the cliffs? That's the Masters of the Night Wind's base.
The nearby mountainsides have all been blocked off by crystal clusters! Looks like...
You're finally here, Gramps. If I'm back home too late, my vegetables will get thirsty.
Don't worry, we'll make this quick for you.
Let's hope you pull up a good fight.
Here comes another.
Take a look behind the veil!
Target acquired.
The dust storm! All eyes on you!
Is that all you have? Chances are looking slim. Perhaps it's time I got going.
All right! We've taken the
Look! Up there in the mountain! The flag of the flag!
Wow! Looks like they're...
Yeah. Not only do they have the high ground, but they're highly mobile too. With our current forces, a frontal...
Looks like I showed up right on cue.
Yay! You're here too, Shilonin!
Let's save this small talk for when the flag's in the bag.
Now that backup's arrived, let's split up into 2 teams.
I'll lead a frontal assault to draw their fire. The rest of you find another route up and strike directly at the heart of their base.
Okay, let's stop around here. We can use grappling hooks to climb up to the top.
Well, would you look at that? You managed to find a gap in our defenses somehow, but this is just the beginning. So stay on your feet. If you can.
We're not gonna lose!
Well said.
Let's have ourselves some fun!
Watch out! You'll get singed!
Woohoo!
I got him cornered.
Come on!
Still got plenty of moves left with your names on it. Alright, how about we call it a day?
Does that... Told you we'd be unstoppable.
Well, that was pretty exhilarating, even as battles go.
Oh, you can say that again. I was still fighting off Cuckoosaur riders halfway up the mountainside when I'd heard you already taken the base. That was well played.
Yeah, the going would have been way tougher if we had fought our way up.
How about the sacred flame crystals? Did anyone manage?
I found a few shards, but they were only about as big as grain fruit chips. I gave them to the marshals from the master...
Yes, and they gave them to...
Granny C. Lolly! Are you here to...
I devised the techniques for the main matches, so of course I would show up. Those marshals handed the sacred flame crystals over as soon as they saw me. I did a quick tally. At this rate, we should have enough by the event's end.
That's awesome! Well, since everything's gone so...
Oh, I am all for it. There's nothing...
How about we head over there together?
Ugh, sorry, but I need to
help at the shop.
I might be a bit late. If you're all there earlier, feel free...
Great! Paimon...
Huh? In that case, I guess I'll be off too.
Hurry up, guys! You're the last ones left. Come on, I'll take you. You remember where the changing rooms are, right? Time sure flies. Woohoo! Let's get this party started!
This is the life. Hear this, hot spring. I hereby... All the fatigue just floats away.
Aren't you gonna join us, Shilonen?
I'm not a huge fan of being in the water. This right here is more my kind of spot.
And last but not least, surf, turf, and perch.
That smells amazing. Oh, hold your horses. There's a time for fun and games, and it's now when there's delicious food already on the table. Oh, take that, Kanich. Bow before my greatness.
Hey, watch it, How. You're splashing water everywhere.
This is...
Kachina. Tevat to Kachina. I made Saurus crackers. Come have some.
Kanich, you...
Whew. Thanks for sticking around to help me clean up.
No problem at all.
Parties are always extra lively with... No, by the way, I couldn't help feeling that there was something on Kachina's mind during dinner. Oh, it's strange. Maybe there's something different?
Of course! If there was something we could do to help, there's...
Oh, thanks. That makes me... Anyway, I'll be heading off now.
Bye for now, Cease!